computer.
Well, guys, I haven't made a video in a while, and before this video starts, I've been realizing that my family's everybody in my family's met celebrities, and we only have 205 subscribers. But I guess our accomplishment is one of my Roblox videos, along with my younger brother, has more views than this one diss track about a jailbreak overuse. But I still respect that guy for having a good enough audio and content. Basically, from what you're seeing, that you're watching from or recording from my phone on a music sheet stand covered in a towel. So back to what I was saying. My family has been with celebrities, and basically all the losers can go sniff on this hand that I shook hands with Bernie Sanders. No joke. And something. I mean, that happened in Pennsylvania, and there was this one time my mom was on the Meredith Vieira show with her two friends. During the commercial break, she was looking up like hopefully she still, and I don't know if she still has that recording on our TV, unfortunately, sadly. And I remember a few years ago my dad showed me a video of him. If you don't know this one show called Hardcore Pond, my dad was on that show once, although I don't think the show was on air at that time. But mainly I made this video because I'm making an announcement that in a few days I'll be walking my second March of Dimes. Hopefully all the viewers know what that is. The first time I did it was back in 2015, I think. Yeah, it was. Hopefully we can get a new banner or sign or whatever the hell you need to hold. So anyway, we finally get into, after a few minutes, the main point of this video, which was to debut this new series I'm starting called Behind the Wall. Now, if you don't know who Eric Estepp is, or Double E Dude, NASCAR driver Matt Kenseth's #1 fan, I can guarantee you that. Basically, he has this one series. He has this one series called Out of the Groove, where basically he talks about NASCAR issues that are going on. Well, basically, I'm going to be talking about a few motorsports that have been going on, and yes, I will be talking about NASCAR, and Formula One included. So based off the current NASCAR Cup Series season, we've seen 3 wins from both Kevin Harvick and gosh damn rowdy Kyle Busch. Almost everybody hates him. The only people who like him are kids. I mean, what do you expect? He's a candy man. I read that out of a comment. 95%. But from turning out what it seems to be, Harvick won the 2014 championship, but Rowdy won the following year, and which was also Harvick's last year, with sponsored by Budweiser, and hopefully he can reunite with that sponsor. But it seems weird to be sponsoring 2 beer companies at once, because he's also sponsoring Busch. You probably know that. basically, it would be exciting if for the 2018 season, the debut of the new Camaro, it would be exciting to see a battle for a second championship. So, I mean, now onto the truck series. There's not really much to talk about in the Xfinity series, but basically, now that Christopher Bell has moved on to the Xfinity series, I consider other than Rowdy, I consider only the only I consider this could be an easy, bless you, Dad. This could be an easy opportunity for Johnny Stoddard to easily claim his second championship. But something that weirds me out is that back in February, Motorsport Racing decided to switch to Ford engines. Now that seems weird because if you didn't know, they've also ran Chevy and Toyota. So it seems weird how Matt Crafton would want to drive a Ford when he's won 2 championships in a Toyota. Maybe it's because these Japanese V8s aren't working well in American trucks. Leave your opinion down below in the comment section. And now moving on to Formula One. Upcoming is the 3rd annual F1 race in Baku. And basically this part is about I came up with, for the start of Behind the Wall. We'll start off on the F1 topic with the Williams theory. I don't know if anybody else had discussed about this yet, but basically, at the end of the 2016, 5 days after the end of the 2016 season, Nico Rosberg announced retirement, which means Felipe Massa couldn't retire. So eventually, Valtteri Bottas in the 70s, his number is 77. Keep that number in mind, 77. And he moved up to Mercedes. But what happened at Baku? Lance Stroll took Bottas's position at Williams. And Massa's number is still the 19. Keep the numbers in mind. Stroll's number was 18, one underneath 19. But Stroll is still the secondary driver. So remember the 3 numbers we're talking about: 77, 18, 19. But then 3 races after the 3rd race after Baku, Hungary, Felipe Massa was still recovering from some sort of injury I don't know about. I honestly don't know what happened. So basically, what happened is that Paul di Resta made his return to Formula One, and when F1 stated a shocking return, which feels less I wouldn't consider shocking. What I consider as shocking is that so quickly Formula One reaches from 1.0 to 1.1 million subscribers. I know, it's exciting. So basically, di Resta took Massa's ride at Hungary, but unfortunately his speed was pretty low. And then the next week at Belgium, Massa came back. But back to Baku for a moment. Lance Stroll finished third, and he could have finished second unless Valtteri Bottas, who obviously won driver of the, who I think obviously won driver of the day. Hopefully that's true. I mean, other than Ricciardo, that it has to completely sound true. I'm pretty sure he was driver of the day. But whatever. So he just went past Stroll right at the finish line. I consider that's the only photo finish of F1 2017. Or maybe between two different types of Mercedes engine-powered teams. But also remember the Paul di Resta number, 40, alright? And it was Williams' 40th year. That must have been why. So now, just what the Williams theory is based off of the map that calculations that I've made. So 18 plus 19 plus 40 is, you guessed it, 77. It's kind of like combining the skills of the three drivers into what Bottas did in his debut year for Mercedes. So for this final part of Behind the Wall, basically, if you don't know about a recent video from David Land, he was discussing about how Red Bull Global Rallycross was shutting down operations. We already have a lot of things. 2018 is a year where we have a lot of things shutting down, including Toys R Us and Plenty. Like the, I don't know how to describe it. So basically for Red Bull GRC, I didn't watch everything that David Land said about it, but from how I would feel about it, I consider the reason why they lost fans was probably because, if you didn't know, for the 2017 season, Ken Block wasn't an entry. I don't know why, but I think he was focusing more on Gymkhanas. I don't know. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for Behind the Wall episode 1, and hope you guys enjoyed. Episode 2, I don't know if it'll be coming soon or maybe tomorrow. How know? Just make sure you're ready when that notification pops up.